Hey everyone! This week I will be going over lessons 8 and 9 to help you out. As you can see, level 1 of lesson 8 is a video about a draw loop. Okay, please watch this. It's really good information. This week has a lot of good stuff that you can use for your games. Okay, the draw loop. I'm just going to move on and I'm going to show you. I'm going to just basically use the draw loop. Please watch the video so you understand what a loop is, what the draw loop is, why they're calling it that, and so forth. All right. So moving along to level 2 here, um, I'm going to show you what we have to do. Okay, let's take a look and see. And here's what my routine is every single time. I just make things bigger and get the show grid in. Add code to this program so that your drawing has orange circles being drawn too. Move on when your program looks like the picture to the right over here. So let's run this. Okay, got it. It's got a bunch of green circles. We'll reset it. Let's figure out how to do the orange circles, right? In this way, I'm going to show you the quickest way to edit something. Yes, you could go to drawing, grab these, and then fill out all that in, okay? I like to do the lazy man's way, or the lazy person. I like to go to show text, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to now copy, right? I'm going to highlight, I'm going to paste the same two lines that I just did, all right, below. And now instead of green, I want it to be orange. I should be good at this point. If you like to see your blocks again, feel free to click on Show Blocks, and then you'll get to see it. And let me run it. Yes, it looks exactly like it should look. All right, moving along to level 3. Okay, level 3 says, this program has one small difference that will make it run a little different. Again, though, remember, all your code outside the draw loop is run first once. All your code inside the draw loop is run over and over again. Okay. Now, let me just say when it says run first one time, as long as the code is above in terms of lines right here, sequentially above, all right, the draw loop, yes, it will run first one time. So this specific program has this code running first one time, and then it goes through the draw loop over and over and over again. Okay. So what are we seeing? A no stroke means don't fill it. Okay, it's going to be a blue background altogether, and then you're going to fill something with yellow. Don't know what yet. Now we go to the draw loop. Oh, another background. Now we're going to make it red, and then we're going to make a circle appear. This is your x coordinate, your y coordinate over here. So appear somewhere randomly between numbers between 0 and 400 for x and 0 and 400 for y. Okay, random number is amazing, right? Because it's like you're doing magic, but you're really not. It's just the computer picking where in the pixel, like, am I going to show up at 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, whatever, right? Just randomly does that. But okay, so what's it going to do? Let's just take a. We already mentioned all of this. Let's run it and see what we. Is it what you think? Okay, what happened to the blue background? You notice that? Where did the blue background go to? I didn't see it. Okay, let me give you a reason. It did go through. Because the computer goes through each line of code so fast, you didn't see it lay the blue background on. Because it went right to 5, and then it went right to line 6, line 7, line 8. Oh, line 8 was a red background, and then it's going to loop it over and over again. So the blue background was drawn one time, lay down on the screen, and then the red background was looping it over and over and over again. So that's why you don't see the blue anymore. Okay. Same thing, the ellipse, it's like it's looping. Put it in red, then put a yellow dot in somewhere. It doesn't matter. Then red, then a yellow dot, red, yellow dot. All of this is doing it so fast. It looks like you're seeing a bunch, like you're just seeing a random yellow dot moving all over the place, right? Because it's moving so fast. That's all you got to do here. On to level 4. Hi. Level 4 is asking you to, okay, let's see, run the code, see how it works. Notice some code inside the draw loop, some code outside the draw loop. Try changing the numbers in the random number block and running the code again. Run. Ooh. spastic alien. Okay, let's reset because I don't like seeing the spaz. It says change the random number. Okay, it was negative 400. You might not have that. I'm sorry, I forgot I was messing with it before. I think you have like, I don't know, negative 100 and 100. Okay, so as you can see, this is going crazy. Now I'm going to make the numbers a lot smaller. Okay, I'm going to make it like negative 4, negative 1, and 1. Actually, let's make it 10 so you can kind of see that it does move, because if it's negative 1 to 1, it's there's only three numbers in between, right? It's negative 1, 0, not three in between, but three numbers it's going to pick from, and 1. At least this, it has like 10 to 11, to 11 digits that it still can pick from randomly. So now I have this. Let's run it. Oh, much better, right? This little alien's at least is shaking around and not spasm going over around, around, around. Okay, that's how you work random numbers. Play around with this one and see if you what you think of it. Okay, with different numbers on there. Okay, level 5 is, you see the pencil and the paintbrush are. Hold on, let me change this back to start over again. Okay, the pencil is moving, the paintbrush is also supposed to be moving, right? But in our code, only the pencil's moving, the paintbrush is not moving. Okie dokes. Let us take a look. Run the program to see what happens. Edit the code in this program to make sure the second sprite shake like the first one. Okay? Just shake. The position should never move. All right? It just should just stay there. Why I say this is important there. All right, a pencil, it shows up in 100 and 200, 100 x coordinate, 200 y coordinate. Brush shows up in 300 x coordinate, 200 y coordinate. Okay, so that's why it's exactly where it is horizontally the same. But this one shows here and this one shows over here. Okay, here we are. As you can kind of see, it's around 300 and this one's around 100. Okay, so, now put the background as white. The pencil, we wanted to randomly move from 100 to 110. Okay, you see it's around, I don't know, it's around 100, 110, 100, 110, 100, 110. It just keeps on going back and forth that way. Okay, now brush, it's just going to stay at 300, as you guys can see. It hasn't moved at all. Okay, 300, no movement whatsoever, right? It's not shaking. What do we want to do? We want to do the same exact thing. You can go ahead and do show text. You can, copy it down, but this time it's actually easier. So you're going to put random number right here. All right. Now what you're going to do is, okay, you see it was 100, so it's going to be 300, and then let's say tab 310. Okay, so now it's still going to show up where it's showing up, but it's moving back and forth very slightly. Reset, run. Boom, there it goes. Okay, y'all, if I went ahead and changed it to exactly the same as the pencil, see that? That brush is now going to show up and shake right on top of the pencil, because that's where the 100 is in your grid. You know what I'm saying? 100 and 110 back and forth. So reset, run. Boom. See? Just want you to know that there is a difference where positioning stuff matters. Okay? All right. And on to level 6. In terms of level 6, you're going to pick one of these to do. All right. Level 7, you're just going to complete the level. It's a kind of an assessment, making sure you know what you're supposed to be doing, right? You just want this to move up and down, up and down. That's all. And then level 8 is another choice board. So choose one and move on after you finish. Okay, lesson 9 now. Let's move on to there. It is about your sprite movement, making it move places. We're getting to that interaction, right? Okay, let's take a look here. Let me go back to start it all over again. It's just asking us, okay, the counter pattern. Counter pattern is probably going to be your most important thing you'll ever code and use, because it's super powerful. Okay, it can be it could be a counter pattern. It could be anything else. Like you want it to, count from 1 to 10, right? This is what you would use, counter pattern. You want the picture to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You'd say picture equals picture plus 1. So it's bigger and bigger by 1 increments that way, okay? So what we're going to do says read the program and make a prediction of what the output will be. Run the program to check your prediction. Okay, let's take a look. So you see a counter variable, a variable named counter, so you declared it. You want it to start at 0. Now you have a draw loop right here. Okay, make the background white. We got that. Now we want the text text size. What text size? The counter, this variable text size right here. Okay, we want the text to be its counter, okay, and at 0 and 400, and then we wanted to get it, make the counter plus 1. So we wanted to make it bigger by 1 each time. Where is it going to show up? It's going to show up, okay, grid, there we are, at when x is 0 and y is 400. Oh, 0 and 400. It is going to show up here for me. That's where I think. And then it's going to start at 0. It's going to start counting, and then it's going to make it count bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, the number at least, making the number bigger. Let's run it. Ah, you see that? The number is going up. What I didn't anticipate was the counter, like the image counter itself, the thing, the object itself, is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger also. Okay, that's what you mean by text size. All right, moving along. Level 2 is your video, so you need to be watching that video. Please make sure you are, okay? We are getting into more and more complicated and complex coding, so skipping the video is going to maybe confuse you. All right, moving, animate the sprites, so making it do stuff here. All right, as you can see here, read the code that makes the jet go up and up the screen, okay? Then add code that makes the plane move to the right, as in this example right here. Okay, so let me run it. I see now. Okay, so the jet is moving up, but the plane is not moving over. Okay, so let's take a look. There's a jet, the variable. Okay, I see it's declared. It's a plane. Got it. All right, here's the draw loop. Blue sky, boom. Excuse me, blue background, sky blue background. Move the jet up. Okay, it says this moves the jet up. All right, let me just, because you see how when we go up, the y number is going lower and lower. So that's why you got to do minus. Okay, to go up the screen, you got to do minus. To go down the screen, you got to do plus. When it comes to y, let's take a look. I mean, the x, excuse me. All right, okay, it's 0 over here, then the number gets bigger as we go right. Well, if you want it to go right, then you have to plus, right? If you want it to go left, then you minus, because the number is getting smaller as we go to the left of the screen. All right, so what we're going to do now, I am just going to do my show text again. I'm going to copy and paste. You see these like green commenting looking things? Comments are just for you. Okay, the computer is not going to run it. It's not a code. It's just like kind of like a post-it note and saying, hey, this is where things should go. Okay, so I'm going to add my code here. What am I going to do? I'm not going to make it a jet, but I am going to copy this code because I'm lazy and I prefer not to type everything else out. Okay, instead of jet, it's going to be plane. All right, because that's what I declared it as, a plane, a variable here. All right, the next part right here is going to also be plane, not jet, right? Okay, I want my plane to move right to the right. Okay, well, that's an X deal. So it's not a Y deal, it's an X deal. Now, if I wanted to move it to the right, it's the number. If you're going on the screen, you see this, the X right here, you see my X and Y, it is going bigger. So I need to make it a plus. I'm going to make it a plus 3. It doesn't matter. I won't change that other number, but it's a plus. Yay! Okay, going back to show blocks for some of you all because you like it that way. You see how it looks just like jet, but now it's X and a plus. Let's see if it's going to do what I said or what I want. Yay! I did exactly that. You got your sprites moving now. All right, so let's go on to 4. In terms of 4, it wants you to do diagonal. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, not diagonal. Not yet. 5. You just wanted this fly to move over. You guys can do this. Okay. Make sure you're doing that. Now 5. That's where it wants the diagonal. Okay. So you see it wants the mouse to be diagonal. and then the watcher is right over here. So that's fine. I'll show you what I mean by they mean by that. Okay, I'm gonna run it. You see how the mouse is only moving down the screen, and if you watch it, look at the watcher here. The mouse, yes, the position changes, but the X position doesn't change. It's just the same place where it's at 50 the whole time. But we want it to be diagonal. We want it to move diagonal, right? We need to change the X as well. So if you change X and Y right at the same exact time, then it's not going to go left. It's not going to go like to the right and then down, right then down. No, it goes so fast it looks like it's moving diagonally. All right. Okay. So what are we gonna have to do? Then we're gonna have to. I need to do my show blocks again because I'm gonna. Here's my mouse that was moving in the Y. What do I want it to do now? I want it to move the X too. All right. Let's see. I want it to go +2 is fine because I want it to move right. So I'm doing a plus, and I'm gonna go at the same rate as the Y. Okay. Go back to show blocks. There we are. Now let's reset. Look at that. Because it is doing both Y, X, and Y movement, going right and down at the same time really fast, it looks to you, when you look on the screen, it looks like it's just going diagonal. Okay? Alrighty, good. Um, level 6 should be, let me think, I can't remember. Okay, yes, you should. It's just a guess, okay? As if you're reading this line of code, the program here, what do you think is going to happen on the screen? That's all. Take a guess. All right. Level 7 is a choice board, so pick one. All right. Level 8 you have to do. Level 9, I believe, is maybe, yeah, I was going to say another choice board, okay? All right. Let me go back to level 8 for 2 seconds. Now, level 8, because I'm going to show you this, because level 8 and level 9 are connected, okay? Level 8 right here, as you can see, you want all three fish to move, okay? This is showing that you want the green fish, the blue fish, and is it blue? Yeah, blue fish and orange fish to move. Let's take a look at what happens to ours. Only the orange fish is moving, okay? You need to fix it so that the blue and the green move, all right? So you see here, it is a variable. There's an orange, there's a blue, there's a green fish. All right, we got that. Now, what's inside this draw loop? Oh, that's what it is. Only the orange is moving. Okay, you can do this. You can fix this, y'all. But read this part. Remember this. The blue fish should move the fastest, and the green fish should move the slowest. Okay, so then that makes the orange fish kind of in the middle, right? If you want it to move even slow, I'm sorry, blue, you want it to move faster than the orange, then what do you need it to be? -3 then. Okay, well, because not -3, -3, because you're moving it left. If you're moving it at the left of the screen, it's always a minus. The number is what makes it like two. Okay, you want to move faster, it's going to go to 3. Okay, then do you want it to move slower? Well, remember 2 was your middle? Then go down to 1. So your green fish should be like -1. Okay, y'all can do this. Then moving along to level 9, it is going to save what you already did before, but you're going to now do other things. Now maybe make it wobble, okay? Make bubbles come, whatever. All right, so you decide. That is it, y'all. Thank you very much for taking time to watch me. Bye.